Sunderland are back in the Premier League after 8 years. They won the playoff final to finally get back into the biggest league in the world, so let's give them a rebuild. And this is how the team is looking, and it's clear we need to sign a lot of higher quality players. Yes, they got promoted in real life, but they haven't, of course, got the rating bonuses or the rating additions that they will get once FC 26 drops. So we need to be ruthless this transfer window. We got a lot of cash, so let's start spending them straight away. But before going into the signings, we have sold a couple of players. We have sold Selt, Ba, Triantis, Ekwa, Tom Watson, Auchuche, Alice, Huggins and Pembele. And Watson, of course, was the hero in the playoff final. However, he has gone in real life. Also, he's just 63 rated in the game. So I was like, yeah, why not sell him? He won't even get game time here. So let's just keep it realistic with him, at least, to sell him. However, he has gone to Como instead of Brighton, like he has done in real life. But now, let's just take a quick look at the budget. And we have 83 million euros to spend. And I can tell you that we will use as much as possible, because when we take a quick look at this team, I don't think we will be anywhere close to stay up unless we do some serious business in the first transfer window here at Sunderland. Our first signing, it is from relegation rivals Burnley. It is CJ Egan Riley. Oh, first we just go through some sales. Timothy Pembele, of course, went to Parma, but here is CJ Egan Riley has come to Sunderland from Burnley for 14.5 million. And we brought in another English defender. This time it is a new left back. It is Ipswich player Leif Davis, who has joined us for 19 million euros. And we brought in a former Sunderland player. It is a star signing. Yes, he isn't the youngest, but he is improving our squad massively. It is Jordan Pickford, who has joined us from Everton. We've sent Patterson the other way and also given him 23 million. Our last signing of the summer transfer window back in the Premier League, it is striker Kevin Denke, who we signed from Cincinnati. Mayenda has gone the other way and also 13 million euros. And this is how the squad is looking. I am unsure if we will actually stay up. Looking at the attack, Mundell 70 rated, Robert 73, is that good enough? The midfield, I believe, will be good enough, especially when Bellingham grows a bit. Liffey will probably grow something as well. The defense, I am unsure. Hume, Ballard, all have decent potential, but will they grow enough in the first season? If we are set to stay up in the Premier League, I do think it will be a big carry job from Mr. Jordan Pickford. Hopefully Denke can score some goals up top as well, but I am unsure if we will manage to stay up. It will be difficult, but let's find out. And let's see if we have managed to do the impossible and stay in the Premier League in the first season. And we have done so quite easily. 15th place is just amazing, and all newly promoted teams, Leeds, Sunderland and Burnley, all stayed up. But I didn't think we would stay up. Actually, I was so sure we would get relegated, but we have done it. We will play another season in the Premier League, and how we see some decent growth. Yes, we have Denke up to 79, Bellingham 77, Lefebvre 79, Egan Riley 78, Davis up to 79, Jordan Pickford, probably the star of the team, 84. But how many goals did we concede? Was it the Jordan Pickford masterclass? 65 goals conceded. It was the most in the league, so he actually scored quite a few more goals than I was expecting with that attack. Was it Denke? Was it the wingers? Or was it our midfielders? Denke scored 16 Premier League goals. That is just amazing. 19 in all competitions. Patrick Roberts scored 10. Poveda scored 7. Isidore scoring 6 goals, which is pretty solid actually from the bench, as he was the backup striker. Daniel scoring 4 goals, getting 2 assists. Lefebvre 12 goal contributions, and what about Bellingham? 7 goal contributions, which is pretty solid. So we have a very solid first season for Sunderland back in the Premier League. But we forgot to see who won the other trophy, so let's do that quickly. FA Cup was won by Aston Villa beating Arsenal on penalty. The Carabao Cup was won by Nottingham Forest, and the Champions League was won by Liverpool, with the Premier League being won by Arsenal over Man City, Spurs and Liverpool finishing 4th. And we got 59 million euros in the bank, which is very solid. I do think actually I will only focus on maybe one signing, being either a right winger or a left winger. I do think I think I'm actually gonna stick with that, because Hume, yes, he's the high rated, but he is just 23. Ballard is 25, but he's got alright potential. Bellingham, of course, has very good potential as well. So I'm actually just gonna sign one huge marquee signing. And the right winger we have gone for, we have focused on potential. It is Ethan Van Der, who has joined us from Parma for 37.3 million euros. We had to sell our backup left back in Dennis Sirkin to Everton because he was unhappy at the club. So let's go find a backup left back, because Sirkin didn't want to fight for his place. Here is our new backup left back. It is Archie Brown, signed from Ghent for 8.2 million. And this is how the team is looking going into season number 2. We have some decent players here. Denki now up to 80. And yeah, apart from that, Pickford, of course, 84. Vanieri is a very exciting signing. 18 years old, 78 rated. I think he will be an absolute star in this Sunderland team. The goal is still just to stay up. We haven't really improved the team that much, apart from, of course, a lot of players growing. But as long as we stay up once again, I am very, very happy. Season number 2 in the Premier League has seen us finishing well above the relegation zone. Once again, getting 45 points. So we had 11 point gap to the relegated teams, which were Leicester, Middlesbrough and Burnley. And it's a season to be absolutely happy about. We can see Man City won the Premier League this time. The FA Cup was won by Man United, beating Arsenal, and we actually came to the semi-finals, being knocked out on penalties by Manchester United. The Carabao Cup was won by Chelsea, and the Champions League was won by Man City, beating Valencia in the final. And quick look at the team, we can see Denke up to 82, Vanieri 82, Bellingham and 82, Lefebvre 81, Egan Rayleigh 81 and Pickford up to 85. So we had some very, very good growth in the team, which is great to see. And we are actually, if we are continuing this growth, we will very soon be an European team. And Denki is continuing his goal form, scoring 28 goals in 48 appearances. Bellingham 8 goals, 10 assists, which is solid. Patrick Roberts scored 7 goals. Vanieri 6 goals, 6 assists. Mundell scoring 5 goals, getting 2 assists. And Lefebvre 2 goals and 6 assists. And apart from that, nothing to take a look at, apart from Pickford getting an assist as well, which is good for him. Another season and another 50 plus million budget. This time we got 64 million euros to improve the team on, and I think I'm actually gonna stick with the same policy, just signing in one player, as I am pretty happy actually with the team. So we'll look to sign a quality central defensive midfielder. Our new central defensive midfielder, he is Premier League proven in the game. He's only played in the Premier League for one season in real life. It is Manchester United midfielder Manuel Ugarte, who has joined us for 52 million. We also had to make a sale, however we will not bring in any new players, as Ugarte is the only signing we will make. However, Brown has gone to Hull for 2 million euros because he was unhappy at the club. Going into season number 3, this is our team. We have Pickford 85 rated, Ugarte 83. The midfield is looking very good with Ugarte, Lefebvre and Bellingham. The attacking is starting to look good with Vanieri and Denki, both 82. However, we need to maybe look for a new left winger soon if Mundell doesn't grow a lot this season. Ballard and Hume have reached their potential, so hopefully one of them at least will have a good season so they can get some dynamic potential. Same with Lefebvre and also Leif Davis. So we need to see some good season from a couple of the players if they want to stay for a long term. If not, they will be fast replaced. But let's see where we end in season number 3. Hopefully we can finish maybe in the top half. The goal was to finish in the top half, and we have done so, finishing 10th, which is very solid, scoring 57 goals, conceding 57 as well. So we are still conceding way too many goals. But the league winners, Arsenal, won the league, Man City second, and Crystal Palace finishing third, which is very surprising. The FA Cup was won by Man City, the Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool, and the Champions League was won by Bayern Munich, beating Real Madrid in the final. And our squad, have we seen some decent growth? Yes, we have Vaneri 85, Denke 84, Bellingham 84, Ugarte 86, Egan Rayleigh 83, and Hume Ballard hasn't gone up a lot, to be fair. Mundell has gone up a couple of ratings. He's now up to 79, which is good to see. Davis up to 80, so I think he's grown by like 1 or 2 this season. Not more than that, at least. Denke, our top scorer, again, 23 goals, 6 assists. Vaneri scoring 18 and getting 6 assists. Mundell, 7 goals, 4 assists. Patrick Roberts, 6 goals, 2 assists. Bellingham getting 11 assists, and Lefebvre 2 goals and 5 assists. Sunderland till I die icon Luke O'Neill is unfortunately retiring after the end of the season, so we will lose one of the icons of the Sunderland team. And we are going to make one sale, however, we have 66 million euros in the budget, and by one sale I mean maybe up to 2 or 3 sales as well, because we don't need every player we currently have. And we have sold 2 players. Abdul Samer has gone to Girona and Patrick Roberts has also gone to Spain, joining Rayo Vallecano. Our new right back, it is Jose Carmona, who we have signed from Sevilla for 27 million euros, and Chris Meffen. Our new centre back, it is Man City's Kushanov, who is signed for 35 million euros. We also needed a new backup winger, so we signed Yang Yong-yun from Celtic for 16.1 million. And this is how the team is looking going into season number 4 at Sunderland, and we are starting to have a solid team with everyone in the starting 11 above the rating of 80. Of course, new signing Kushanov, 23 years old, 81 rated. Carmona, 25 years old, 81 rated as well. And also squad player Yang Yong-yun. He's 25 years old and 77 rated, can play as a right winger and also as a left winger, so he fits the team perfectly. And Vaneri is up to 86, Denke 85, Bellingham 85, Ugarte 86, Pickford 86, however it will be... He has at most 2 seasons left in him before we have to find a replacement. But let's see if we now can fight for European football, as we finished 10th last season. Let's go for top 8 this season, come on. That is season number 4 done, and we have qualified for European football, finishing inside the top 6, the same amount of points as our rivals Newcastle. So Sunderland are in European football after just 4 seasons back in the Premier League, with Man City winning the Premier League title. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool, and the Carabao Cup was won by Man City, beating Newcastle. We love to see that. And the Champions League was also won by Man City, so they won the treble. Fair enough. And the squad has seen Kushanov and Carmona both going up 2 ratings to 83, Pickford up to 87, Vaneri 88, Denke, Bellingham 86, the same goes for Ugarte. But let's take a look at the stats. Have we seen some good, just 4 clean sheets? We have just kept 4 clean sheets. What have we done this season? Pickford, you need to do better than that with your 87 rating. But Denke scoring 22 goals, getting 4 assists. Bellingham 12 goals, 5 assists. Vaneri 10 goals and 10 assists. Mundell scoring 9 goals, getting 5 assists. And Yang Hyun-young from the bench scoring 6 goals, which is pretty solid. We needed an improvement on the left back position, and we have brought in Wolves' left back in real life. He has gone to Valencia in this save, however it is Ryan Aitnouri who has come to Sunderland for 57 million. And that has seen Leif Davis having to leave the club. He has gone to Chelsea for 23.3 million. And this is how the team is looking into the first season with European football, and I do think we should be able to handle it. The goal is simple, just get back into European football, maybe even win a trophy on the way. But as soon as we get back into European football, I will be a very happy manager of this Sunderland team. And Sunderland are almost Premier League winners. We are now into the Champions League, finishing just 1 point behind Man City, who won the league. So we are getting very, very close to the first trophy, unless we have won one of the cups. Have we won the FA Cup? No, we have not. Man City won that as well. The Carabao Cup, we have won our first piece of silverware, beating Leeds United 2-1 in the League Cup final. The Champions League was won by Leverkusen, and we were of course in the Conference League. Shakhtar won that. Where did we go out? We went out in the semi-finals to Valencia. And no wonder we are getting closer to the Premier League title. This attack with Denke 90, Vaneri 90, Bellingham 88, Ugarte 87. Lefebvre has gone up 2 ratings to 84 as well, which is great to see. The defense isn't getting the growth I was initially hoping for, however it's still a decent rated defense. But Pickford, however, we need to find a replacement for him because he is starting to go down in his rating as he is 35 years old. And no surprise, Denki was our top scorer, scoring 25 goals. However, Vaneri was pretty close, scoring 21 goals. Bellingham getting 19 goals and 7 assists. Mundle 13 goals. Yang Hyung-yun once again getting a lot of goal contributions considering he's a squad player, 10 from him. Carmona getting 4 goals and 7 assists from the right back, and Lefebvre 1 goal but 17 assists is just fantastic from our French central midfielder. And the board has given us 197 or 96 million euros to spend, so it will be a very good summer here at Sunderland. And now Sunderland legend Jordan Pickford has unfortunately left the club due to his age. He has gone to Manchester United for 27.4 million. Thanks for everything, Jordan Pickford. The Jordan Pickford replacement, it is a signing from Liverpool. It is Georgi Mamardashvili, who has joined us from 58.8 million. We've also brought in a new left winger to the team. It was time to find a replacement in the starting 11 for Mundle, and that is another English winger. It is Jamie Bino Gittens, who has joined us from Frankfurt for 73 million euros. And the squad that will play Sunderland's first season in the Champions League is this one. New signing Mamardashvili, 88 rated, 8 years old. Also Jamie Gittens, 24 years old and 85 rated. And we now have multiple 90 plus rated players in Denki and Vaneri, which is just brilliant. Bellingham is getting closer. He's of course 88. Mamardashvili is also 88, so he's not far away. I will like to see some growth in the defense. If we want to win the Champions League, we need to have better rated than 84 rated defenders. But yeah, let's see how well Sunderland do it in the first season in the Champions League, and hopefully we can qualify once again. Sunderland have won their first Premier League title after being promoted in real life, and we can see we won it by 8 points, so it was a quite easy title to win. Just 78 points needed as well. We had a very good defense, conceding just 37 goals in 38 games. Brilliant. The Community Shield, we lost that unfortunately to Man City. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool. The Carabao Cup was won by Brentford, and the Champions League was won by Atletico Madrid. And where did we go out? We went out in the quarterfinals on penalties to Bayern München. And we have seen some decent growth in defense. Egan Riley and Ait Nouri are both 86. Kursanov and Carmona are both 85, while our attack is looking fantastic. The same goes for our midfield. Bellingham is now up to 90 rated as well, so he is player number 3 to be 90 rated in the squad. Denki once again being our top scorer, but Jamie Gittens, what a signing he's been. 59 games, 22 goals, 12 assists. Vaneri as well, 18 goals and 18 assists. Bellingham getting 14 goal contributions. And we can see Lefebvre just getting 2 assists this season. So with his rating being 85 and he is now 30 years old as well, I do think we need to find a replacement for Lefebvre in the midfield. We're only bringing in one player this transfer window. It is a new gen. It is an Italian central midfielder, which name is Giorgio Longo, and he will just be a backup with the potential to be a future starting 11 player, as he is 82 rated. And will season 7 be the season where we finally win the Champions League? We have the starting 11 to do so for sure, and I'm also very happy with the squad depth on the bench, such as Longo, our new signing. Just look at his stats: 80 pace, 78 shooting, 77 passing, 84 dribbling, 72 defending and 79 physical. He looks like a very good player. We of course have Ballard, Rigg, Young Hyun-yun, Hume, Brown, Mundle as well on the bench, but the starting 11. Yes, Carmona, Kursanov, Egan Riley and Ait Nouri are still on the lower average rating in the team, so hopefully they can continue to grow, but the attack is more than good enough to win the Champions League. Same goes for the midfield. Lefebvre, I think he will go up at least 1 more rating, hopefully. Mamardashvili as well is more than good enough, and the defense should be good enough as well, so let's see if we finally can win the Champions League. In season number 7, Sunderland have reached the Champions League final, and we will take on Atletico Madrid. And let's take a quick look at the journey And I feel like in every rebuild, when we are reaching the Champions League final, or at least in almost everyone, we are winning the league phase. We went unbeaten in it, and then in the round of 16 we knocked out Borussia Dortmund 5-3. In the quarterfinals we won 6-0 against Real Madrid. That's an absolute masterclass. We won 3-2 against PSG in the semi-final, and will of course take on Atletico Madrid. The Premier League, we came third. A bit disappointing season in the league. However, we have already won it, of course, so we don't care about that. The Community Shield, we lost that once again. The FA Cup, we won that, beating Newcastle in the final. We absolutely love that. And the Carabao Cup, Newcastle won that. We hate that as Sunderland manager. But yeah, we have a Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. Let's just take a quick look at the stats before we get into the team. We can see Denki. He has been very consistent, scoring between 25 and 35 goals in every season, it feels like. 34 goals, 6 assists from our striker, 49 goal contributions by Gittens, 28 goals, 16 assists by Ethan Vaneri, who's up to 93. Bellingham getting 12 goals and 5 assists. Longo having a solid debut campaign. And has Lefebvre done, 5 assists from Lefebvre. But this is of course the Sunderland team that will play the Champions League final. We have Mamadstavili, who is 90 rated, Carmona is 86, Kushanov 86 as well, Egan Rayleigh 88, Aitnouri is 87, Ugarte is 89 rated, Lefebvre 86, Job Bellingham is 91, Gittens 90, Denki 93, and also Ethan Vaneri is 93. We have some decent players on the bench, such as Longo, who is 85, Young Hyun Yun 82, Rig is 79, Ballard 81, Neil 83, Brown 82, Hume 80, Mundell is 83, and Isador is 75. So let's get into the Champions League final and hopefully win the trophy. Ethan Vaneri is looking to give Sunderland a good start here in the Champions League final. He finds a Bino Gittens. What can Gittens do? He goes into the box, he tries to find Vaneri again, he does so, but Bianchi saves it for Atletico Madrid. Lefebvre finds Ugarte, who is the anchor of this team. He finds Joe Bellingham. Joe Bellingham shoots. Bianchi with another big save for Atletico Madrid in the opening first half. Madrid now going up the other end to getting their first attack. Kushanov absolutely dominant at the back. Conor Gallagher, he tries to shot Gallagher, but a good save by Mamadstavili. Vaneri, he cuts in on his left. He's got a deadly left foot if he can try it, but Lenormand blocks it in the last minute. Vaneri, perfect pass to Gittens. Gittens find Denki, and Sunderland have scored a beautiful team goal in the Champions League final, with Denki being the striker, of course, who puts it in the net. But Atletico are looking to answer back straight away, but it's an easy save to make for Mamadstavili. Atletico Madrid are still looking to get their first goal. Moise Kean 2, but Kushanov is another brilliant tackle by our center back. And we are looking to go up the other end straight away and maybe put the game to the bed. Ethan Vaneri, he tries the shot, but Bianchi saves it again. Atletico Madrid still looking to find their first goal of the final. It is Moise Kean, and he do so, and he equalized in the 80th minute. Lefebvre finds Gittens, who finds Denki. He can do it in the extra time, and our number 9, he does it again. He scores a brace in the Champions League final, and this has the potential to be the winner. Can Atletico get one last chance here and maybe equalize right before the Champions League final ends? It is Gutierrez, he tries the shot, Mamadstavili saves it. And Ugarte to Ethan Vaneri. What can the star ringer do? Can he do anything actually? Oh, he has some fancy skills in him. Ethan Vaneri still keeping the ball. He's just wasting time now. Vaneri, and that is a horrible elastico, but we don't care. Sunderland have won the Champions League. And we are lifting the Champions League. Here it is Lefebvre, the real life Sunderland player, and we are the champions of Europe. But thank you so much for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.